Hey, Treasure History. Today's essential question is, what was life like in Europe during the Middle Ages? With 28 history classes left until you crush that history eye leap, let's continue to show off what you know from past units. Here are 2 questions from Unit 4 about the Indus Valley. Yesterday, we learned about the collapse of the western part of the Roman Empire. What was the name of the Germanic tribe who conquered the city of Rome? Today, we'll focus on how life changed in the western part of the Roman Empire after it collapsed. This area of European history is called the Middle Ages. It lasted from the collapse of Rome until about 1400 AD. This period is also known as medieval, which is a Latin word that means middle. This is the time period sandwiched between the ancient Greeks and Romans and our modern age today. As we read, please follow along, circling key vocab, underlining details, and summarizing each paragraph. It's time to leave behind the togas, the gladiator fights, the murderous emperors, and even the cow's udders stuffed with salted sea urchins served at fancy Roman banquets. We must head north and leap across time to the Middle Ages. Look around closely. The landscape is dotted with castles, huge churches called cathedrals, small villages, and vast expanses of farmland cut neatly into strips. These are the manors on which medieval Europeans lived. Some live better than the peasants, those who work endlessly as they scratch a living from their lord's fief or land. Imagine it's spring. Your eyes catch a colorful tournament field. Here, armored knights ride toward each other until one combatant is knocked from his horse. Suddenly, cheers and groans pour from the crowds and the lord's box. Yet, many knights who usually practice their warrior skills in these jousts are not present today. They are off on a crusade, riding sturdy war horses across Europe to the holy city of Jerusalem. The Christian faith that inspired these knights plays an important role in the Middle Ages. In this different world, the Catholic religion dominates and greatly influences all who live in Western Europe, in what long ago was the powerful Roman Empire. Without the government structures of the empire, life became dangerous and uncertain again. Protection from local thieves and invading armies became the number one concern. Innovations in science and medicine slowed and stopped. The time of beautiful knights and castles was also a time of sickness and danger. So how did people combat the dangerous attacks and scarcity of food? A manor system began. A manor was a large piece of land, sometimes thousands of acres, which was ruled by a lord. A lord lived in this beautiful manor house. The lord pledged loyalty to his king, but he ruled the manor himself, and he was pretty much the big boss of all of this. The lord had vassals to serve him. His knights kept him safe and guarded his land. His peasants grew food for everybody who lived in the manor. In the manor system, everyone on the manor depended on everyone else to do their part. Now you'll find out more about what it was like to live on a medieval manor. Please X out of this tab to push 4.0 until it's time to begin your research on the Middle Ages.